meet you at the doorway with a tape measure in hand, checking the edges to see what fits through. If your frame was built from different timber, they call it a flaw before checking the proof. A quiet voice sounds like a threat to the loud. A different angle looks wrong to the crowd. When your road won't fit their own drawn grid, they start throwing stones at the things you did. They call it out of spec, they call it out of line, like everything worth keeping should come off an assembly line. They try to shave off the curves to make you square, without a single detail left that's rough or rare. But a target's only painted where the light stands clear. They fear what they can't measure, so they call it out. You don't need a fix, you don't need repair, when you're built out of spec for a different air. A mirror looks strange to a person who's blind, anything outside their own frame of mind. When someone picks at the way that you speak, it isn't a sign that your foundation's weak. You learn which floorboards make a sound, which smiles mean welcome, which eyes look down. Always 1 foot already outside. It's just noise on the frequency, pressure in the room, trying to force an early spring into winter's bloom. They want you small enough to hold in their hand, 'cause what stands tall is hard to command. They call it out of spec, they call it out of line, like everything worth keeping should come off an assembly line. They try to shave off the curves to make you square, without a single detail left that's rough or rare. But a target's only painted where the light stands clear. They feel what they can't measure, so they call it out. You don't need a fix, you don't need repair, when you're built out of spec for a different air. Maybe every compass fails somewhere, maybe every map leaves someone out. Maybe home was never something found, maybe home is something built. You're not off the grid, you're just new ground. Let them keep the mold, let them keep the cast. A copy of a copy was never built to last. They want right angles on a winding road to make you easier to pack and load. They call it out of spec, they call it out of line, like everything worth keeping should come off an assembly line. They try to shave off the curves to make you square, so you'll fit inside the boxes they prepared. But a target's only painted where the light stands clear. They fear what they can't measure, so they call it art. You don't need a fix, you don't need repair, when you're built out of spec for a different air. Some days the joints still ache from the press, old measurements left like a stain on your chest. But keep your own shape, let the blueprint stay. You were never built to be planed away. Someday you'll stand in a room built by hands that measure in nothing but the shape that you stand. And you'll finally belong without changing a thing.